If you ever go to Neenan or Tipperary, walk up the main street towards Summerhill. Keep going till you come to a door with the words "Push It" written on it with indelible marker. Stand still, indulge yourself. You'll be outside Norma Quaid's Traditional Irish Music Emporium, and if you step inside, you know why. It's the best traditional music shop in the world. Cause he's got banjos, bongos, bowrons, he even has balalaikas inlaid with genuine mother of plastic brought all the way from Belarus. They even light up in the dark, all by themselves. And he's got bazookies and guitars made in Taiwan, Hong Kong, Tokyo and Tuvalu. He even has guitars made from recycled tin cans by geriatric chimpanzees living rough in cardboard boxes. On the streets of Polokwane, they are lucky to have a job to go to. And he's got boxes of strings under his counter for every stringed instrument under the sun. And if he didn't have the string that you were looking for your beautiful Joe Foley mandola, he'd go into the back of the shop where using only an ordinary pliers and bits and pieces of broken strings picked up from the floor. He would fashion for you the finest bronze wound beauty that you ever saw in your life. And if you wanted a ball in it, he put a ball in it. And if you had the misfortune to lose your temper at a session, hit a heckler over the head with your beautiful Joe Foley mandola, he'd take your broken mandola into the back of his shop for using only ordinary pliers and bits and pieces of a broken Appalachian dulcimer and old hurdy-gurdy and gorilla glue. He'd repair for you your mandola, hand it back to you looking as good as new. Better in fact than the day that Joe Foley put it into your hands somewhere up in Rathfarnham. And he's got percussion instruments to beat the band and wind instruments new and second hand, and whistles, big whistles, long whistles, short whistles, high whistles, low whistles. He even has slow whistles, especially for the slow learners and the musically retarded like me. And he's got CDs sprawl all across his wall, featuring every blessed man, woman and child that ever played a traditional note in their lives. And if you didn't have the CD that you were looking for, no sweat whatsoever, he'd just slip into the back of the shop where using only an ordinary pliers and bits and pieces of broken CDs picked up from the floor. He would make for you a shining new copy of the greatest hits of the legendary Tom Lawler, volumes 1 to 24. Or whatever it was that you were looking for yourself. And he's got concertinas up on the top shelf and harmonicas on the bottom shelf, fiddles and flutes that look so cute you'd nearly think they would play tunes all by themselves. And he's got a mountain of books as big as Kilimanjaro. Books of tunes piled up on top of more books of tunes. He's got a book that will teach you how to restrain yourself at a session if a one-armed man walks in and starts playing the spoons. And he's got books of songs, and books about books of songs, books about songs that were turned into movies, and books about songs that were turned back into books. And he's got a book that will teach you how to play the kazoo, glockenspiel, tambourine and the didgeridoo all at the same time. And he's got a book written by the legendary Tom Lawler entitled 12 Easy Steps on How to Become a Legendary Musical Legend. It comes with a free DVD showing you how to wink, smile and play killer tunes all at the same time. And if you didn't have the book that you were looking for, no worries, no need for tears, he'd simply disappear to the back of a shop where using only an ordinary pliers and bits and pieces of scraps of paper picked up from the floor and an old school satchel. And he would make for you a first edition leather-bound copy of Chronicles Volume 2, signed by Robert Zimmerman himself, or whatever it was you were looking for yourself. And the day that the man from the trade descriptions office came down from Dublin, he went into Noel's shop and he said, "Mr. McQuaid, it's come to my attention and the attention of my superiors up in Dublin that you were overheard on the phone selling a man a Japanese-made, handcrafted, genuine Irish, 2,000-year-old, authentic, antique, traditional Irish slide trombone." Now we all know, Mr. McQuaid, that the slide trombone is not a traditional Irish instrument. Well, that's where you be wrong, says Noel. My great ancestor, Gandalf Winston Boogie McQuaid, the great blind wandering trombonist born in Carrick-Siveen in the 1st century was the first man to introduce the slide trombone into mainstream traditional Irish music. He was at the forefront of the whole Celtic jazz, trad, soul, funk, fusion explosion. It was sweeping the country. At that time, he wrote hundreds of killer tunes, jigs, reels and slides on the slide trombone. He even made his own slide trombones. He is known worldwide as the Stradivarius of the slide trombone. "I see," said the man from the trade descriptions office who had travelled all the way from Dublin. "Noise the bones, Mr. McQuire, that you have documentation to prove this." "I certainly do," says Noel. "You wait there 1 minute," and he went back into the back of the shop. They were using only an ordinary pliers, and more bits and more scraps and more pieces of paper picked up from the floor, and the label from the inside of the broken Appalachian duster, and he made a document that the fellas up in the National Museum of Ireland would only die to have in their collection. "I see," said the man from the trade descriptions office who had travelled all the way from Dublin. "This is all very fine, Mr. McQuire, but this document does not show me how the slide of the trombone could possibly be Japanese made and genuine Irish all at the same time. Obviously," says Noel, "you fellas up in Dublin know nothing about traditional music, its history and its heroes. Did you not know," says Noel, "that my great ancestor Gandalf Winston Boogie McQuaid married a Japanese one called Yoko from Kyoto? She used to be the lead screecher with the experimental combo called the Copper Ono Bandand, while the great man was blindly wandering the roads up and down the country with his slide trombone playing killer tunes at sessions and gigs. Yoko took over the running of the workshop, and Yoko took over the making of the slide trombones. Ah, come on, surely you can see where this one's going." So says Noel. "When I was overheard on the phone talking to a man selling him a Japanese-made check, handcrafted check, genuine Irish check, 2,000-year-old check, authentic antique check, traditional Irish slide trombone check, I was in no way good, bad or indifferent in breach of the Trade Descriptions Act. In fact, I was being 100% accurate. So," says Noel, "you may take that information and you may shove it politely, or whatever other way you wish to show it up your yin-yam, turn around, go back out the door and back off, back up to Dublin where you came from. And you can tell your superiors up in Dublin that recently the readers of Roots magazine, Hot Press and Rolling Stone voted Noel McQuaid's Traditional Irish Music Emporium to be the best traditional music shop in the world." And said Noel, in conclusion, if you ever so much as darken my door again, I will personally drag you into the back of my shop, where using only an ordinary pliers and nothing else, I will, without anesthetic, without mercy, liberate your Leroy Dean slow motion from your scrotum, and you'll never play another sweet note on your fat dog ever again. Oh yeah, he's a traditional man. He's a traditional